Guys, take a look at this beautiful pistachio ice cream. And it is made the right way. In a bowl, simply. The way any chef makes a good quality ice cream.
Well, howdy folks, welcome back to Texas Cooking Today. On this episode, we're making ice cream. Now, this is a fun and easy thing to do. It doesn't require a machine, okay? Hey, look, you're gonna have kids and grandkids out of school pretty soon. There's gonna be people looking for something cool and enjoyable for the summertime. So take a look at this. It doesn't take a machine, all right? It just takes a couple of bowls. It still uses ice and salt though. We're doing it the old-fashioned way, but we're doing it the way a chef would do it. So I'll tell you what, come over this way. Let's look at these yummy, delicious ingredients, and let's get busy making a simple, humble, and fabulous tasting ice cream. Come on over. Now guys, let's take a look what we have here. This is really simple. This is something you don't have to have. It's just some salt. If your nuts are not salted, you'll need just a little pinch of salt. I don't like using salted nuts normally when making ice cream, but in this case I had no choice. It was all I could find. So, and I've used these before for this very recipe. They don't have too much salt, so I find them just wonderful for this. So, normally 1/4 teaspoon of this, but we don't need it today. Now, on this recipe, this is about basic and simple, and it's inexpensive. This is 3 cups of half and half. We're going to use 1 teaspoon of almond extract and 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I have here 3/4 cup of pistachios. And these are whole pistachios that have been salted and roasted, and they're just perfect for this kind of a dish. I have right here 1/3 cup of granulated sugar. You can use white sugar for this, or I'm using a little more raw version of a sugar. It works either way, guys. Now right back here, guys, we have what you're gonna need, and this is a bit of salt. You're gonna need rock salt for this. Table salt will work also. I'm using some that's a little bit on the blue side so that you can see it easier. Normally that stuff just comes as clear, but whatever you find should work just fine for this. You're going to need a couple of bowls, and of course, plenty of ice. And we're going to produce ice cream, and I'm going to do it right here on screen for you. You're going to see it step by step. This is so easy to do, and it is so fun. So I'll tell you what, like I said, if you got kids, let's get them together, get all this stuff going, and let's have some fun with this. Now guys, I like lots of big nuts in my ice cream, but I don't want just whole nuts. I want there to be some fragments also. And reason being is those fragments release a lot of flavor. So I'm going to seal these up in a Ziploc bag, and I'm just going to use a skillet and break them up. There. Now look at this. Lots of bits and pieces and fragments, and lots of them are really big. Okay, so that's just perfect for me. Broken down just enough. Even a few whole ones still left. Well guys, in order to make ice cream, you have to produce a very cold environment. Now let me explain to you what we're doing here. When it came to the Fahrenheit scale of measuring temperatures, the way they came up with a baseline, or the way Mr. Fahrenheit came up with a baseline, was to take salt and ice in equal measures by weight and mix them together. And when you mix those two together, you will get a temperature of 0 degrees, very cold.
I'm not looking for 0, but you know, somewhere between 20 to 10 degrees, preferably around 15 degrees, is just fine for making ice cream. So the way we do that is you get ice to melt faster than it should. The faster that ice goes, or that water goes from a solid state to a liquid, the colder it gets. So you're trying to accelerate how fast it melts. So we're going to start with some ice, and I'm going to put my salt all over it. I'm looking for a lot of melt, a lot of really fast melt. So there we go. It's just a matter of patience. Let's get on with mixing up the cream and the ingredients. There is our half and half. The next thing, our sugar. We need something to mix this stuff together with, guys. Beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and put my nuts down in this. One-half a teaspoon of vanilla. Now, I'm picky about my vanilla. I like using vanilla from Mexico. Frankly, Mexicans make better vanilla than Americans. Sorry if that doesn't sound patriotic, but the truth is, they're just better at vanilla, guys. You know, we don't have a patent on everything. And that was 1 teaspoon of the almond extract. Oh, yeah. The flavors right there are unbelievable, guys. Let's get that all mixed well. At this point, it's a matter of how cold can I get my cream mixture. So that's the reason we're doing the brine solution that we made in that other bowl. Now, when I put my cream mixture down in this, then I'm going to turn on my timer. And I'm going to set this thing for 1 hour is what I'll do. And we're going to make the ice cream, and we'll see how much time is left over when I'm finished making the ice cream. In the past, when I've done this, most of the times I do it, it takes me around 30 minutes to produce a really good quality ice cream. Now guys, if you think you're going to be able to rush this situation, you're not. This takes the amount of time it takes, okay? You can speed it up to its maximum, which is, like I said, equal amounts. But you're going to have a difficult time working your cream as it starts to chill it too much against the sides. So like I said, we're trying to get a balance here, and usually it's around 15 degrees is the perfect temperature to make ice cream. When making ice cream, the reason we go through the trouble of doing the system of doing a brine solution with something in the middle that the cream is then mixed in while it is freezing, the reason we do that is to produce a light and fluffy state. Now, the French would make ice cream with eggs. That's not the way the Americans do it, right? American ice cream does not use eggs at all, as you see here in this recipe. And it's a very, to me, it seems to be the right way of doing it. Why do I need a chicken in my ice cream? I really don't, okay? So the egg doesn't really belong in there in my view, okay? Some people will argue that, blue in the face with me, saying it makes it so much richer and fuller and lighter and this, that, and the other. Or, yeah, it changes a little bit. But frankly, I just want iced cream, okay? Period. Let's not make this hard. This is easy. Okay, guys, you know when I was telling you how it gets so much colder as the ice melts, and I haven't added anything to this, I have my thermometer here. It's been sitting in my hand, so it's reading a little bit higher than room temperature. However, it's coming down to room temperature. So my thermometer right here, that's reading 77.3, and it's dropping. I'm about to plunge it down into this ice bath, and we're going to read the temperature down in there. And that's set to Fahrenheit, by the way. Okay, it's down to 4.7, 4.3, 3.6. So as you can see, temperature dropping. I have an extremely cold water solution here. Okay, as I mentioned before, now that we have it all on ice, I said that we were going to time how long it really takes to make this happen. So let's start my timer. This is 1 hour, start, and I'm just going to put this guy right back here in the corner, and we're going to let it run. And that way, because there's going to be times when I shut down the camera. Okay, I've put my thermometer back in my brine again. Let's take a look at that temperature, guys. Looky there. That looks like it's around 13 degrees. So now we're actually operating at a reasonable temperature here. This is a good temperature to make ice cream at. And I'm starting to feel a little bit of freezing on the edges, okay, as I stir this. And that's fine. Just occasionally stir it and keep breaking those ice crystals free from the edge of the bowl, and that's going to help the rest of it to develop and grow. Now guys, it hasn't been very long. Let's look at our timer first. We'll zoom in here. That has been 46. Okay, so it hasn't been that long, 14 minutes now. It's starting to thicken. I'm getting ice crystals to form. See here? See how it's thick up on the edge there? Isn't that cool? And something else that I'm doing here that I want you guys to take a note of, and this is a real important step. As I am mixing this, while I'm turning it and stirring it, see how it's starting to raise up? I pull this bowl to the edge of the bowl with the brine bath in it. And I put the lip over the edge of it like this. And that way, as I pull this bowl inward this way, I don't have to worry about this lip dropping down. If I'm gentle and careful, it'll stay right there. I keep a light pressure on this upper bowl. Boy, it is freezing up good and quick now. So look at that. We are making ice cream, guys. Bet you didn't know it was going to be that simple. Yeah, see, it's getting hard to break from the edge. I'm having to bend my tines to pull it up. So I am switching over to my spatula now. There we go, guys. Now my timer says 40. Let me pull it up this way. Boom, 40. Okay. See how that freezing is happening? Isn't that just too cool? So what I do is I stir it 2 minutes, stir it, wait 2 minutes, and we just keep doing that over and over again, okay? Put a little bit of this salt over the top of that, and I can watch my temperature fall. Now guys, my timer says 33, probably going to change in a minute, but yeah, it says 33. We're approaching quickly that 30-minute mark. Our ice cream has got a little bit of pooling on top. So what I'm going to do, now it's getting really frozen in some spots. So what I need to do is start rotating my bowl more frequently, and I'm going to have to stir it about once every minute. Because now it's getting thick and it's expanding. Isn't that nice? Okay. Now guys, my timer just hit 30 minutes. Okay, so I'm 30 minutes in. Do we have a fully frozen product here? Essentially, yes. Okay, it's a soft serve ice cream at this point. I like my ice cream just a little bit firmer than that, so I'm going to give it some more time. But one thing I know is for sure, nobody has any fear of making ice cream now, and it is getting thicker. So here we are. We're at 35 minutes in. Wow, gosh, it's getting thick. All right. Well, guys, there it is. Pistachio ice cream. Beautiful and exciting. Tell you what, pull this out of this ice jacket. Look at this. That, ooh, that's the real thing, guys, right there. Hot dog. Now, my timer, believe it or not, is still running. Timer says 15 minutes. I say, I think I want a little pistachio ice cream. Excellent. Guys, so much better than what you can buy at the store. Dead on perfect. No. I gotta finish my pistachios. Guys, this has been fantastic and fun. Thank you. Thank you so very much for watching this show. To my subscribers, guys, I would like to say an extra special thank you to you and cheers. Now, if you haven't subscribed, guys, please do. Just click the bell down there, and that way I can also inform you when my new shows come out. Now, if you would please, as I say, subscribe. Please share my videos. Please click like. I would really appreciate that. And one other thing, I've started another channel. It's called Chef Trotters Tips. There's some really cool stuff on there. Some information you might not expect. So give that a try. Take a look at it and you might like it. And well, thanks for visiting. You guys have a good day. Bye-bye.